bursting with pride at these players?
Yeah, I'm delighted. It was obviously a very different performance from our performance against Doncaster. You know, it was a true game of football against Doncaster, and we showed the dominance that we can show if a team wants to do that. But I think what we've done tonight is we've showed a character that, you know, if we come up against a side that are just constantly just going to try and put balls in the box and put balls on top of you, yeah, we might not win the first contact as much as what I would probably like, but you know, getting people around the second balls and the third balls and picking the ball up, and then having the composure to, you know, to look to break on them.
Well, we've got great skill to talk about, but I know it's a team defence, but particularly your two centre halves and your goalkeeper were very good, and having a keeper like Palmer who's so calm in what can be fraught moments must be great.
Yeah, no, definitely, and you need that. You know, obviously in the heat of the battle, it's difficult, like I say, when the ball's just sort of constantly coming in, whether it's from the centre half or the goalkeeper, to be able to deal with that. And it looks like you're massively under pressure. And I said that to the players at half time. I said, don't get conned by that. You know, we know what's coming. You know, listen, we'll respect them and understand that if we can't win that first one, it's fine. Okay, but just make sure we just pounce on the second ones. And they're going to have spells where they did that, but you're right, I thought there was a calmness to us, and it helps going ahead in the game. I thought we showed a lot of quality with a goal, and once you're ahead in the game, it gives you that little bit of platform to go forward.
It's an outrageous piece of skill for your number 10 to get you going for that first goal, the little back heel on the corner of the penalty area.
Yeah, no, he was outstanding again tonight, wasn't he? You know, I think I said, I don't know if it's to yourself or Rob, but you know, if there's a better midfield player in the League One at this moment in time, I haven't quite seen him yet.
Yeah, I wondered if the chairman was just checking that the ink had dried on the contract.
Yeah.
And obviously well taken by Connor in the middle, his second goal of the season, and it's nice that he's now starting to get those goals from midfield to match his performance.
Yeah, definitely. Again, you're right. His performance was to a high standard as well, and he's got 2 goals. I think he's been quite unfortunate not to get 4 or 5, because you know what's sort of stopped him from getting 4 or 5 is some very, very good goalkeeping. But again, he's in the box tonight. I had my 2 8s there. Obviously, George starting it and Connor finishing it off.
And what about the penalty? Have you seen it back? Is there any doubts to you as to whether it was a foul or not?
I haven't seen it back, but to be fair, you know, there's a lot of fouling and a lot of grappling of shirts going on, so it wouldn't surprise me if I do look at it and think that it was a penalty.
Good that George got his finish after, you know, I know he scored in the shootout in midweek, but missing a couple in previous games.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I had a quiet word with him before we went out of the dressing room, just in the tunnel area, out onto the pitch, just in the tunnel area there, and just said, look, you know, if we get one, go and grab the ball and go and do what you do. So I knew he'd be confident stepping up to it.
And what about the final goal? You said to me, I think on Tuesday night, Morgan Rogers is going to get better and better as he gets fitter and fitter. A piece of skill to control the ball that was straight out of the Premier League, and nice that Tom picked up the bits and pieces at the end of it. Yeah,
you know, so like there was lots to admire. Obviously, the control, obviously from Morgan, then the ability to dribble and go past people in his like Lopey style that he has, but. You know, just as pleasing was for Tom to make sure that he didn't go dead on it, and obviously once the save took place, he was in an area where he was sort of following the ball in, and he got his reward.
And then I should tell you that the fourth goal that wasn't allowed, I know it's academic now, but I don't know if you've seen the replay again, but it was onside. George didn't time his run perfectly.
Yeah, well, like I say, sometimes, you know, it doesn't hurt as much when you're already 3-0 up, so George will be disappointed because obviously he'll want to keep his goals and assists tally up, but the fact that the job was done and the game was done by then, I suppose, was pleasing.
And it must be nice that you'll be able to sit on the couch, have a look at your phone on the way home, see your team 3 points clear, but also your goal difference now is only 1 behind the team with the best goal difference. I think it's Portsmouth and Hull have both got 19, you've now got 18 in the league. That must be pleasing as well to be getting that back to their area as well.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, listen, we're pleased to score lots of goals, definitely. It's a big part of the game. You need to score goals to win games, but at the same time as well, what we have done is we've kept a lot of clean sheets, and keeping clean sheets gives you the sort of platform to go on and win games, and that's what we've done.
Yeah, 14th clean sheet of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. No, delighted, and to be fair, you know, if we wouldn't have conceded against Northampton as late as what we did, you know, the other week with that fantastic bicycle kick, you know, it could have been 15. And there's been other occasions when we could have kept clean sheets, but it wasn't to be. And I'm still absolutely delighted with a return of 14 at this point.
And when you think that's within 72 hours of playing your last game, it looked a bit like TJ towards the end. It maybe caught up, I think, with him. I know he's played a lot of minutes for you, but overall, as the players come through the 2 games in a quick succession. Yeah,
no, absolutely. I mean, we had a little bit of an issue with TJ earlier today, and this morning when he woke up, he had, let's just say that he couldn't keep his food down. That's the best way to put it. And we had to quickly sort of test him to see, you know, if he had COVID, and he was fine. He had a couple of tests. So we knew that from that point of view, it was just whether he felt well enough to play, and he managed to get a little, you know, a bit of food down him at lunchtime today, give us the thumbs up, said he's ready and good to go. But then you could see towards the end, or certainly middle part of that second half, he was starting to fatigue a little bit. So that's the reason we brought Regan into the football club, and I think you've seen probably a little bit of a glimpse of what we're going to get, you know, over the next sort of 2.5 years or so with Regan, because he'll compete with TJ and he'll do what he needs to do defensively, but at that top end of the pitch, you know, he'll keep getting forward and hopefully produce a bit of quality for us.
And finally, Sunderland away in the trophy.
Yeah, well, it's far away, isn't it? So it's a bit of a trek, bit of a journey. But no, listen, you know, once you get to a semi-final, you're going to play a good side, and you know, we're probably playing the biggest team in the competition in terms of the, you know, what they've got about them and what they've got at their disposal in terms of players. Disposal in terms of players. And it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a good fixture. Obviously, the cameras are going to be there. We're looking forward to it. You know, we're looking forward to it already. But you know, the reality is we've got some really, really important games before we play that one.